from New York, third planet from the sun. It's Late Night with David Letterman. Tonight, Mary Tyler Moore and musician Tom Waits. Also, viewer mail. And we take a look at the Chris Elliott Achievement Awards. And now, America's most beloved television personality, David Letterman.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the program. I have an announcement for people who live in New York City, and if you're visiting for a while here in the city. The New York City Department of Sanitation has asked me to make this announcement. Please, and I can't overemphasize this enough, please double bag all mob informants before you throw them in the dumpster, because my, oh my, you know, I'm walking to work this morning, as I always do, and a guy comes up to me, and I guess he's got a pretty bad cold. He says, "Excuse me, do you happen to have a spare Kleenex?" And I said, No, I'm sorry, I don't. And he says, "How about a sleeve?" And I said, "You ever had that happen, Paul?"
No, I never have.
Never had that happen, huh?
Terrible.
I'll be darned.
What a terrible story, that.
Well, well, thank you, Paul. I appreciate that support.
It's disgusting.
That's very... It's very thoughtful of you to show that concern.
Well,
thank you very much. The big news in show business, huh, Paul? The Academy Awards were announced. Yeah. And it was interesting. They think now Sylvester Stallone may be receiving a special humanitarian award for not making a sequel to Rhinestone. So they're all pretty... Thanks, Charlie. And today, 1911, on this very date, Ronald Reagan was born, 75 years ago. All right, sure. Let me put this in perspective for you. 75 years ago, well, that's a terrible seat, isn't it? That just stinks. Look at this poor man over there. He's got a coat, he's got a tie. Look at that. Can you see anything? I'm really sorry. You have is that your escort for the evening? Oh. Are you getting to know one another? Oh, good. Is he bothering you, ma'am? Okay, well, we'll keep an eye on him. How did you write away for tickets? No. Well, maybe that was the problem. Oh, no, I think we have one extra special seat for you, sir. Well, if you have any difficulty, keep it to yourself. Okay. 75 years ago today, Ronald Reagan was born. Now, let me put this in perspective. 1911, World War I was about 3 years in the future. The United States was pretty much a rural nation, and Joan Collins was just beginning high school. Isn't that interesting to see that? Ladies and gentlemen, my musical director for over a quarter of a century, Mr. Paul Schaefer. Say hello to Paul.
Thanks a lot. Thank you very much. Well, thanks a lot. It's Thursday. It's Thursday.
Big night.
David Sanborn is with us on Sanborn, but we're all going. Well, we're all going with stage names tonight, show business names. David has informed me that he's changing his name for the occasion. He's going to go with the name Solid Jackson.
Who's this now?
David Sanborn.
David Sanborn. Solid Jackson.
So on sax, Solid Jackson.
Yes, Jay. Thanks for dropping in. Paul, we have a wonderful show. We have Tom Waits, and we have a guy who screams in the audience.
Yeah.
And Mary Tyler Moore. Now, do you like Mary Tyler Moore?
Yeah, I'm crazy.
How can you
about
not
her.
like this woman?
Crazy about her.
She's lovely. She's talented. She's intelligent.
Remember when she used to wear those pajamas in Dick Van Dyke?
She has.
Forget it.
Once more and you're out. All right, pal? I think we'll have a seat for you, sir. Yeah, and she, unbelievable legs, this woman.
Great legs.
Yeah.
She throws her hat up in the air.
Plus
You
we
can't
have
ask
this.
for any more.
How can you have a bad show when you have this?
And you got that?
Yeah. Nobody can hear this. We go through this every night. You can't hear it, can you? Well, don't you think it's delightful? Doesn't it put you in the mind of fairies?
Watch that now. Watch
It does. What are we doing? We got to get right to it. We got a great show if I don't screw it up. What do we do? Somebody holler out some... Huh? Oh, top 10 list. From the home office in Milwaukee, ladies and gentlemen, top 10 reasons to continue the top 10 lists just a little longer. Number 10. Might still catch on. Number 9, makes learning fun. 8, lets Bill Wendell duck down to Hurley's. 7, obligations to our NATO allies. 6, fills void left by decline of organized religion. 5, if it saves even one life, it's worth it. 4, proven effective in quelling prison riots. 3, who are we to play God? 2, drives the babes wild. And number 1, we scared of the Goofa Man. We scared of the Goofa Man. Well, okay, let's begin the show, and we begin every Thursday's broadcast with this. This is actual viewer mail, ladies and gentlemen. These are actual letters written in from actual viewers. And, Paul, what comedic principle is in effect tonight?
The pyramid principle.
The pyramid of comedy. That's right.
Yes.
I know. Well, we got to get going, don't we?
And that
I
is-
know we do. Huh?
What is the pyramid principle?
We establish solid building blocks as the foundation, and then right up to the point with a killer laugh at the end.
Okay, so this would be the solid
Number 1. This is a
foundation.
building block
Number
of
one.
comedy. Number 1.
Go ahead.
Dear Dave, baby, have you ever had any truly evil thoughts? Yours truly, Scott Tawes, LaGrange, Illinois. Evil thoughts. Let me think. Evil thoughts.
Dave, baby. Jeez, I hate that. I'd like to knock this jerk down, smear his body with the maggot-laden flesh of a bat, lock him in a small, airtight chamber, and then release the hydrophobic rats.
That's a building block. Now, it doesn't have to be hilarious. We're building on that foundation. Right, Paul? Number 2, this will also be a building block. In fact, we may just put down a foundation here tonight. Dear friends, on behalf of Mayor Koch, I would like to thank you for your invitation to attend the celebration of your 4th anniversary to be held on January 30th, 1986. Unfortunately, your invitation was received too late for us to consider adding your event to the mayor's schedule. Sincerely, Cynthia S. Rosell, New York, New York. Well, actually, we were a little bit hurt that the mayor couldn't attend our gala anniversary party. You know, Don King found plenty of time to drop by. But we got a hold of his official schedule for January 30th, and it seems to tell the entire story. Here it is. Here we have the itinerary for the mayor. Take a look, and he was a pretty busy guy. In the morning, you got to get up, get the paper, do the jumble puzzle, order out some Chinese food, goof off, stare at the walls. Oh, around 12:10, he had to badmouth Donald Manus. Then he had to go to a movie or something, skip Stones in the Hudson, order out Chinese food, putter around the basement workshop, and then at 4:30 he knocked off early. All right, another building block. We're putting up a skyscraper. You need a really big foundation when you're going to the stars like this one. Number 2. Number 3. Well, it's quiet. Did Wendell do something in here earlier? It's awfully quiet tonight. Number 3. Hey, Dave, tell us about the John P. Proud. Tell us the story of John P. Proud of Bennington, Vermont, alias Mr. Parade. Sincerely, Danny Clancy, Bennington, Vermont. This is great. Thank you very much, Danny, for this letter. It's really quite a story, and we have it right now. Ladies and gentlemen, the story of John P. Proud of Bennington, Vermont. Go ahead.
In
now.
the process room, the oranges are poured onto a gleaming metal track where they're separated and readied for cleaning. The system is fully automated, and to ensure a sanitary product, all the fruit is washed twice. Once in a mild detergent, and then rinsed under powerful nozzles. Now they're ready for juicing. And under the watchful eye of trained technicians, they are thoroughly squeezed and pulped to to give America its favorite breakfast table beverage. And that is the story of orange juice.
Okay, I'm sorry it's not the story of John P. Proud, but it's still a damn fine story, all right? Going to look more like a bomb shelter than anything. Letter number 4. Now we begin to ascend the comedic pyramid. We're going right up there now, aren't we, Paul? Yeah.
Ascending the comedic pyramid.
You don't care.
No, I do.
Do you care?
I very much, very deeply I care.
Dear Dave, what goes on in late night's gray area? Inquisitively, Scott O'Keefe and Roger Schmidt, Grand Island, Nebraska. Took 2 guys to write this letter. And God love them, we certainly appreciate it. You're talking about the gray area behind the production doors right over there, Scott and Roger. Well, the gray area isn't quite reality, and it isn't quite fantasy. No, it's a shadowy place on the tip of reality. A route to the land of the different, the bizarre, the unexplainable. So Tommy, what's going on in the gray area tonight?
Not much tonight, Dave.
Uh-huh.
Although last night we had some of the Walking Undead come through here.
Oh, yeah?
And the night before, Ann Miller. Otherwise, it's been pretty quiet.
Well, okay, thank you very much. Well, did you know Ann Miller had been through there a couple of nights ago?
Excited about it.
Yeah, I'm sorry we had to leave earlier. We could have probably caught her.
Other than that, though, it's pretty quiet back there.
Yeah,
area.
boy, oh boy, a lot of square footage in this one. This is this pyramid has the broadest base of any structure ever. Okay, here it is, the pinnacle. Dear Dave, number 5 begins. I've heard that a lot of performers develop a special routine that they use to psych themselves up before coming out on stage. Do you go through any kind of special ritual to prepare yourself for doing late night? Sincerely, Gary Hotchkiss, Colville, Washington. Good question, Gary, and while I really don't have any special ritual, I do have kind of a standard warm-up that I go through. It's pretty much the same thing every night. It's simple, but it's certainly effective, and Yeah.
5 minutes, Dave.
Oh, thank you very much, Jimmy. How's the house?
There are many beautiful women in the audience.
Ah, then I must be at my most magnificent. Okay, we'll take a pause here. We'll be right back. We have a great show tonight. Mary Tyler Moore, Tom Waits, and the band. Thank you, boys. We're going to bring Mary Tyler Moore out here in a moment or two. Now, Paul, is that you? Who's doing that?
It's me. I'm sorry. Blame it on me.
As everybody in America knows, the weekend before last, we flew down to Miami to videotape a show. The people there were nice enough to throw us a party when we got there, and I thought the least we could do was share less than a minute's worth of videotape memories from that party with all of you folks. This took place in Miami, and here we are at the airport. That's us getting off the plane. Our long living hell at last was over. This is some footage from the Miami hostage team in there. Oh, there I am getting into my private car. We all had police escorts in private cars, limousines for everybody. There's Paul getting into his limousine. And this was the party on the roof of the hotel, the Mayflower House, and it said Late Night with David Letterman. Had some kind of an incontinence problem. We don't know who this woman was, but we found her vastly entertaining. There's Don Johnson, star of Miami Vice. There's Larry Budd. He'd undergone some strenuous interrogation at the airport. There she is again. It's the kind of thing you never get tired of seeing. Now, here's a blimp. We are not at liberty to give you the name of the blimp. It is a brand name, but we can't tell you which tire company's blimp that was. And there it is, dripping off into the sunset. That's our big gala party in Miami. Now, are we off the hook with these people? It's not the Mayflower House. No, it's the Mayfair House.
Mayfair House.
The Mayflower House is a dump. Thank God we didn't stay there. We stayed at the Mayfair House.
Yeah.
So be sure you don't make that mistake when you go down there.
Well, this is exciting. We're excited, we're happy, and a little bit nervous. My first guest tonight is one of the most popular television stars of all time. She currently has her own series, of course, on another network entitled Mary, and she will also be starring in a film that opens around the country March 21st called Just Between Friends. Please say hello to Mary Tyler Moore. See, now this makes it a show. Look at that. There you go. It's Mary Tyler Moore right here on the show. Now we're getting somewhere.
Oh, no, I think you were building just fine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, those building blocks there, the sure way. Now this.
This is a lovely arrangement of fruit.
Because you said in the Newsweek cover story that you had never been able to share fruit with me, fruit being the metaphor for success and feeling at home on a variety show format. I saw this man dressed as a pirate.
A pirate? A rat?
Doing Macho Man. No, you refused to do Macho Man, didn't you?
No.
But you were good. So anyway, do you want to share fruit?
I'd love to have some fruit.
Have a grape,
these grapes
and then
look
it's
like
official.
You don't want... Oh, that's
share
very nice.
fruit.
Thank you very much, Mary. That's... nice. Now, you know that was only a joke because when when I worked on your show...
No, we worked together on a show.
I don't know. What memories do you have of that summer? When anybody brings that up, what do you say to yourself that pops into your mind?
Oh, it was terrifying. It really was. I mean, it was horrendous doing a show, an hour-long show with music and choreography in 5 days and having to deal with him. Uh-huh. You were wonderful. You really were. I mean, you were a very special character.
No.
Yeah, I mean, you were the only man in America who was mean to America's sweetheart.
That's right. That's right, I was.
You gave me a tough time, and I loved it.
But it's all right. Hey, hold it. I don't know what the problem is here tonight. Now, speaking of previous shows, I think I have this correct, and if I don't, tell me, of course.
I will.
The first character you played on a television show or on television was a pixie.
Yes.
And what was the pixie's name?
Happy Hot Point.
And what exactly did Happy Hot Point do?
Why are you doing this to me, David?
No.
Happy Hot Point was the little logo elf for Hot Point appliances on the Ozzie and Harriet show.
And you would do the commercials for the Hot Point people?
Yeah, so I would be this high, superimposed on an ice tray, skating, saying, "Hi, Harriet, aren't you glad you have a Hot Point refrigerator?" A logical beginning, isn't it?
And then Harriet would get the fly swatter and wham!
Yeah.
And then after, was Richard Diamond after that?
Yes, Richard Diamond.
And of course, the thing that everybody remembers about this is on that show we never really saw much above your...
The knees, you'd see a close-up of my mouth, and I spoke in a very low voice.
Yeah.
Hi, Mr. D.
Yeah.
I don't do that anymore.
Not even at parties?
No,
sure,
they don't allow it.
But now this seems, did you have to audition your legs for that? Did people...
I guess so, yeah. Yes, I did.
Yeah. No more calls. We have a winner. And Richard Diamond was played by whom?
David Jansen.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Detective
And how long
Sims.
was that on?
I think that was on for some time, 3 or 4 years, but I only did it for about half of one season.
Yeah.
And then I got itchy to show more of myself.
Yeah. And then was the next one then the...
Then was the Van Dyke Show.
Yeah, the Dick Van Dyke Show. You know, I guess you're aware of this. There is now, around you and your career, a large compilation of sort of trivia questions. And do you mind if I ask you some of these?
Sure, go ahead. I probably don't know the answers.
No, I would think you would know all of them.
Okay.
I wouldn't have known this one. At what address did Rob and Laura Petrie live on the Dick Van Dyke Show?
Oh, it was Bonnie Meadow Road.
Right.
But I don't remember the number.
485.
Right.
485. All right. 0 for 1.
No, half. Come on.
Oh, all right, Mary. Good heavens, if you're going to whine, sure. What was Laura Petrie's occupation before her marriage? You would know that, of course.
She was a dancer.
That's right, a USO dancer.
That's right. Yeah.
Rob and Laura's son Richie had an acronym for a middle name.
The whole episode was built around this one.
Rosebud.
Rosebud. What did it stand for?
Oh, that's
little music
really
here.
tough.
A little
Rosebud.
mystery quiz show music. Rosebud.
I feel like I'm in a stupid pet trick.
It was, this was tough. Robert, Oscar, Samuel, Edward, Benjamin, Ulysses, David.
Right.
That was a very cute episode. I remember that.
Okay.
You want to continue this, or is
I
this
don't
just
know.
deadly boring? We'll do one more here.
Okay.
Okay. What was Lou Grant's ex-wife name on the show, the Mary Tyler Moore Show?
Edie.
That's right, Edie.
Okay.
So...
All right.
We'll, I tell you what, can you stick around a little bit longer? Come on, please.
Okay.
All right, we'll be right back here with Mary Tyler Moore. All right, now tell us about Mary. It's on CBS.
Yes.
It ought to be here, but it's on CBS.
Well, yes, but there you have it. It's
There
on
you have it,
CBS.
yeah.
And it's moving to a new time period. It'll be on 9 o'clock on Tuesdays, starting in about 3 weeks.
All right, and what is it? What are we talking about here? You play a woman who works for a newspaper in Chicago.
That's right.
And you're from another paper. What was the other?
I had worked for a very conservative women's magazine. I was a fashion editor there, and when that magazine folded, I had to, because there were no other choices, go to work for a kind of a tabloid.
Kind of a rag.
A rag,
yeah,
yes,
yeah.
Paper as a helpline columnist.
And who else is in the show?
James Ferrantino.
Right.
And
now, what's
John
he like to
Astin.
work with? Is he all right?
He's wonderful, and
Yeah.
he is such a good comedian. He
Yeah.
hadn't had a lot
But
of
see, you know,
chances
that's
to
what
do that.
happens. And this is going to sound like one of those funny things they say on talk shows. But people who work with you always end up being better than you ever thought they were going to be anyway.
Really?
Yeah, that's what happens.
Well, that's very nice.
That's the
Thank you.
truth.
I mean, I feel that way about the other people I work with. I mean, the better they are, the more talented they are, the better I look, and you know, so it's not all loving. It's
You
really
don't
selfish.
really feel that way, do you? You
Yes,
really
I do.
You really think they're holding you back, don't
No, well, okay, sure, maybe 3 or 4, but
you? And you mentioned I'm sorry, I interrupted you there. The other gentleman on the show?
John Astin.
Yeah, no, he's terrific, isn't he?
Wonderful,
Yeah,
wonderful.
yeah.
They all are. Terrific bunch.
And the film.
The film is Just Between Friends, and that was written and directed by Alan Burns, who co-created my last series. And it's a story of friendship between two women, Christine Lottie and I, and Sam Waterston and Ted Danson.
It's funny?
Yes, it's funny. It's a kind of what I guess they call a crossover movie. It's funny, and it has some very heavy dramatic moments,
Yeah.
and it's a little like life.
Yeah.
Hopefully a lot like life.
Yeah.
I'm very pleased with it.
I drew a blank there, but you have a dog here. I was thinking of the Ordinary People.
Yes.
Talk about real life. Oh, geez, I still cry thinking
Yeah.
about that thing. Now, tell me about your dog. This is a great dog. I heard about him all day.
He's a wonderful dog. He's a golden retriever. He's a year old. His name is Dash, and we are showing him. He goes to rings for confirmation, for beauty. He's not really trained to do anything in particular, except when he's alone in the house with us. He does catch the ball. He'll go find the ball, too.
He's here. Do you want to bring him
He's
out?
here. You want to bring him
Let's
out?
meet Dash.
He's also...
Come on, Dash. Come on, buddy. 1-year-old. All right, Dash. Come here, Dash. Come on, buddy. Come here. Dash.
Come here.
Come here, Dash. Hi, Dash. How you doing, buddy? Oh, this is
There's
a beautiful
his
dog.
ball.
There's the ball. All right. Now, oh, there goes the thing.
Oh, no, don't
Yeah.
break the
no,
thing.
he'll get the fairies. Don't let him get those. Okay. Now, here.
Do you want him to find it?
Yeah, do whatever you want to do
All
with
right,
him.
Dash.
All right. What a
Come here.
beautiful dog.
Come here, Dash. Sit. Stay. Give me the ball.
Oh, very nice.
Stay.
Very nice.
Okay, now where can I hide it where the camera could see it? No, sit.
Right over there. I guess you can
Okay,
hide
stay.
it over there.
Right.
Dash, come
But
here,
he's
Dash.
not supposed to look.
Come here, Dash. Talk to me. Dash.
No, that's not the way. Come back.
Geez, that would have been an unbelievable trick, Mary. Come here,
Right
Dash.
here.
Come on, buddy. Come here.
I'll put it
Okay,
there.
we've hidden it right there by the monitor. Did the camera see it? Okay, there's
Go
Dash.
find. Go find.
Okay,
Where is
Dash.
it?
Come on.
Da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da.
Come on, Dash.
Where is
Come on,
it?
buddy.
Where is it?
Come on, Dash.
Go find. Come back. Where is it? Where
This
is
is like
it? Maybe
working
it's
with-
here. Maybe it's right near you.
It's like
Maybe
working with
look up
Preston.
higher. Look up there. He found it!
Very nice. All right, Dash. Boy, that's a beautiful dog. Oh, that's a lovely. You got your hands full there. All right, Dash. Mary, thank you very much. I know you're very busy. Thank you for being here. And March 21st, the film begins.
Thanks so much.
Good luck to you. Here, Dash. Here you go, Dash. All right. We'll be right back. All right. Coming up in this next half hour, Tom Waits will be here, and Monday. Now, this is hard to believe that this is our show. Listen to this. Billy Crystal will be here, and Gene Hackman, Monday. Are you sure this is our show? That's unbelievable. Look forward to that. It's always a pleasure to welcome my next guest back to this program. He's been with us many times before. He is the undisputed voice of the New York Knicks, the New York Rangers, WNBC sports reporter, and NBC Network sports commentator. Please welcome Chris Elliott, ladies and gentlemen. Hi, Chris. How are you? Nice to see you. Chris, thanks for being here. I always like to point this out. You're not only one of the most popular men in sports, but I feel in all of broadcasting.
Well, thanks very much, Dave. I'm not sure my coworkers would agree with you.
No,
Thank
no,
you
you're being too modest. Now, Chris, what's the deal with the Knicks this year? What's happening there?
Well, geez, they've got this great guy, Dave DeBusschere, who's doing pretty good. He's about I'd say he's about an 06 right now, which is a little higher than what his average was last year. It was about an 03, so I think he looks pretty good. I'll tell you, the Celtics, though, now they're very hot. They're at about a .9 right now, so I think you want to look at them for the next season. I'm putting my money on them.
So maybe they'd be in the playoffs, huh?
I don't know about that, but possibly.
You know, what really impresses me, Chris, is you always seem to have these statistics right at your fingertips. How do you remember all that stuff?
That's, a lot of people ask me that. I keep it all up here. Dave, I just want to congratulate you on your anniversary. What was it, the second or the the fourth anniversary? That's terrific. You know, before I got into this little sports game here, I did a little something called The Fugitive Guy.
Oh, yeah.
I don't
know. Of course,
if
we all
anybody,
remember. Sure, we remember
that.
Yeah. There's a picture of you right there on the monitor.
That's him right over there.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Oddly enough, though, we never had an anniversary, not even a one-year anniversary.
Too bad.
Right?
Yeah.
We were canceled.
Yeah, I know. And we all missed the show, and that's
yeah, well, I guess, you know, I just didn't know how to water the daisies in the old executive garden.
Yep,
You know what I mean?
Probably not. Probably not. No, I'm sorry. I don't know what you mean. What does that mean?
It means I don't kiss royal butt. Like you.
I'm sorry?
Nothing. I sneezed. I have a really bad cold. I'm sorry.
It's the cold and flu season.
Yeah, it's awful.
Let's see. So, how did you like the Super Bowl?
I didn't see that.
Yeah. Chris, I know, as always, you brought along some videotape of the strange and the peculiar.
The, wild and wacky from the world of sports. That's right.
Right, the Chris Elliott Achievement Awards.
That's right. With the help of our ACE research team and our crack producer, Dave Katz, we've put together what I think is a great bunch, and we can just go ahead and take a look at them.
The Elliott Achievement Awards. Watch your sets at home and enjoy it.
We start out from the world of boxing, and this is the Punch of the Month. It's month. Parker and Colbert. If you take a look at Parker on in the green there, watch. He's going to punch Colbert here with his right hand. It looks like it's going to hurt. Oh! Oh! We got another look at it. You can take another look at it right over here. Here it comes. Oh, that's got to hurt.
Wow.
Slow motion. Next we go to the world of the unusual. Yeah. I think this is basketball here.
Yeah.
This is the NCAA championship. Notre Dame is down by 8. He shoots. 3 seconds left in the game, and yes, he misses it. Notre Dame loses by 8 points, which is too bad.
Wow.
Then we go to the world of the bizarre. Now, this was awfully embarrassing. Baseball game, top of the first inning, the first batter up, Ahern, the pitcher, he walks the first batter. It's got to be a horrible, embarrassing moment for Ahern, the pitcher. Look at him. He looks terribly distraught.
Well, he's steamed. You can see that.
It's his own fault.
Uh-huh.
I just put this in. I thought it looked nice.
What are those?
Sailboats.
Yeah. Well, that's a nice touch. Yeah.
Finally, we go to the world of the strange. And this is a golfer, Don January here. And now watch this. He's made the putt. He's missed it. Now look at this cheater. He goes up. He puts his back to the camera. He knocks the thing in. No one does anything about it. What a cheater. Oh!
Those were great.
Just a few from the world of
Those were great. Wild and wacky.
Wild and wacky. I do want to thank once again my
Dave
producer,
Katz and the
Dave
crack
Katz.
staff. Yeah. This weekend we have the NBA All-Star Game coming up. Any picks
right.
there?
Well, I got to tell you, this O'Neal guy looks pretty good. Also, Danny Moynihan is about a .6. The two of them, I think, could break their game point averages. They also have a pretty good, strong-arm team, so I'm putting my money on Yale.
Okay. Now, I know you have to get back over at Live at 5, so thanks for coming by. It's always a pleasure. Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Elliott, Mr. Sports. Oh, yeah, there's Chris right there. Chris Elliott. Thank you very much. That's right, Chris. Yeah, thank you. Okay. We'll be back with Tom Waits. Thank you, Paul. Thank you very much. Sounds terrific. Thank you very much. Paul threw that together on very short notice, didn't you?
Special request.
Did a very nice job.
Thank you very much.
Do you like that song?
I love that song, Young Americans.
Well, thank you for doing that.
I love David Bowie.
My next guest is probably the only person we've had on this program who was born in the backseat of a taxi. He is without a doubt one of the most original musical performers making records today, and this is his latest right here. It's called Rain Dogs. Here singing tonight a selection from this album, Tango Till They're Sore, Tom Waits. Tom!
Thank you. This is about a guy that fell out of a window on New Year's Eve, and the only thing that broke his fall was the fact that he had a little confetti in his hair. Needless to say, he doesn't go anywhere without a little confetti in his hair. Well, they play that teller and teller, all the hounds will start to roar. The boys all go to hell, and then the Cubans hit the floor. They drive along the pipeline, they tango till they're sore. They take apart their nightmares, they leave them by the door. Fall out of the window with confetti in my hand. Deal out Jackson there, on a blanket by the stairs. I tell you all my secrets, but I lie about my past. So send me off to bed forevermore. Just make sure she's all in calico and the color of a doll. Wave the flag on Cadillac Day and a skillet on the wall. Cut me a switch, hold your breath till the sun goes down. Write my name on the hood, send me off to another town. Or fall out of the window with confetti in my hair. Till out Jack's up there on a blanket by the stairs. I tell you all my secrets, but I lie about my past. Send me off to bed forevermore. Just make sure she's all in calico in the color of a doll. Wave the flag on Cadillac Day, the skillet on the wall. Cut me a switch, hold your breath till the sun goes down. Write my name on the hood and send me off to another town. Or fall out of the window with confetti in my hair. Deal out Jack's up on a blanket by the stairs. I tell you all my secrets, but I lie about my past. Well, send me off to bed forevermore. Send me off to bed forevermore. Send me off to bed forevermore.
Tom, come on over. Nice to see you again. We'll do a commercial. We'll come back. Have a seat, Tom. Very nice. Tom Waits is here. Nice to have you back. Thank you for being here. You living in New York now?
Yeah, I live in here.
You lived in Los Angeles for a long time, didn't you?
Yeah, I was there for a long time.
You lived in a hotel?
I lived a lot of different places.
Did you ever live in a car in L.A.?
Well, for a brief time, I think everybody's lived in a car for...
Yeah, I think the Census Bureau has statistics now to back that up, that more and more people are living in their car.
Yeah.
Now, which do you, this is the silly question that they ask again all the time on shows, but which do you prefer, L.A. or New York?
Well, I don't know. I think New York is much more confrontational. It's a great city.
Yeah.
You know,
You feel more like you're a part of this city than L.A.?
well, let's see. I lived on 14th Street. That made me feel a part of the city.
Yeah.
Right over there by the Armory, across from the Salvation Army there.
How would you describe the city?
Well, it's like a big ship, you know, and the water's on fire. You know?
Yeah. Now, we mentioned this, you were born in a cab. Now, did we establish that for a fact, or is that just myth?
I have the registration here.
So you were born in a cab. Now you have kids of your own.
I do. They're heavily insured, and they're both in military school now.
How old are they?
My boy's older than me.
How would a thing like that happen?
I don't know how that
That's
happened.
a mix-up.
I swear, we're looking into it now.
And your other child is a daughter?
She's a little girl.
Yeah. And what were your parents like, Tom?
My father was an exhaust manifold, and my mother was a tree. No, my folks are teachers.
Yeah. And you still see your folks from time to time?
On all the big holidays,
Yeah.
and we talk on the phone in between times.
Yeah. Now you're doing acting. You're in Cotton Club. You're in can't think the one with the
Ben-Hur.
Rumblefish, right? No, Ben-Hur. Yeah, that's right.
Rumblefish. I had a small part in that.
Yeah, you must enjoy that, huh?
I like it. I'm getting better at it. I think I've done a few others since then, and a picture in New Orleans with Jim Jarmusch and John Lurie and Roberto Benigni. It's called Down by Law. It's about a pimp, a disc jockey, and an Italian tourist that end up in the same prison cell together.
And I'm guessing you're the tourist.
Actually, I played the disc jockey.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got to wear a hairnet, and it was really
You
good.
enjoyed that. And now you're taking one of your songs and turning it into a, is it a play or a musical?
It's a play. Well, it's a musical. It's kind of a cross between the Love Machine and the New Testament. It's kind of it's a musical play.
And what is it based on? Which song of yours is it based on?
Frank's Wild Years, and I'm doing it in Chicago.
When do you start that?
April 22nd, we go into rehearsal. Terry Kinney is the director. It's a Steppenwolf, this sounds like an advertisement. It's a Steppenwolf is the theater company.
And what can you tell us about it? What is the story? What's the premise? What are we talking about?
Well, it's about an American psychopath who goes off, who plays the accordion and goes off to Las Vegas and ends up in Bloodstained, Texas, and other places, New York, and it's about an American dreamer.
Yeah.
And
so it sounds like the perfect show for out-of-towners when it comes to Broadway.
A lot of girls, a lot of music, a lot of action. You're gonna love it.
Okay, and let me ask you a question about the cover of your album here. By the way, is the album doing well for you?
It's doing very well. I toured in Europe for 2 months, and I played in New York at the Beacon. I did real good here. The record's doing good.
Who are these people on the front?
Well, they're from Hamburg. It's his name, I believe, is Rosa Crucia, and her name's Lily, and it's from a place in Hamburg, a bar in Hamburg.
Just folks who hang out in Hamburg.
Just plain folks.
We're going to do a commercial, and then you're going to play us off the air. Is that all right with you, Tom?
I'll play out of town.
All right, great to Great to see you again. We'll be back with Tom. That's it for us tonight. Tom is going to play us off the air. I want to thank everybody who was here tonight. Of course, our wonderful studio audience, Mary Tyler Moore, Bill and Paul and the band. Of course, Sid McGuinness, Will Lee, Charlie Drayton, and David Sanborn again. Thank you, gentlemen. Tom, let me ask you a question. Tom, can you hear this?
Yeah, I hear it.
Does that put you in the mind of fairies?
Yeah, it has the kind of Disney.
Yeah, okay. Now, folks, playing from the album Tom Waits' Rain Dogs, we're going to hear Time, right, Tom?
Okay, we'll try that one.
Okay. Have a nice weekend. Good night.
Oh, we'll shorten this a little bit. Oh, there goes a few things. There we go. Well, smart money's on Harlow, and the moon is in the street. And the shadow boys are breaking all the laws. And they're east of East St. Louis, and the wind is making speeches. And the rain sounds like a round of applause. And Napoleon is weeping in a carnival saloon. His invisible fiancee's in the mirror. And the band is going home. It's raining hammers, it's raining nails. And it's true there's nothing left for him down here. And it's time, time, time. And it's time, time, time. And it's time, time, time that you love. And it's time, time, time. And they all pretend they're orphans, and the memories like a train. You can see them getting smaller as they pull away. And the things you can't remember tell the things you can't forget. That history puts a saint in every dream. Oh, she said she'd stick around till the bandages came off. But these mama's boys just don't know when to quit. And Matilda asked the sailors, all those dreams or all those prayers. Close your eyes, son, this won't hurt a bit. And it's time, time, time. And it's time,